Barrel King. Yep, that Barrel King is now doing a toasted barrel-proof bourbon. You're gonna wanna hear about this. Let's get it. Thank you so much for joining me today here on the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. So like I said in the intro, Barrel King, yes, they're doing a barrel-proof toasted bourbon. When I saw and heard about this, I knew this was something I had to try to get my hands on, get out to you guys so you could not only hear about this, but hopefully get out there and find a bottle for yourself. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one a little bit closer. So this is gonna be a bourbon that's gonna be under their brand Old Road Craft Spirits. This guy's gonna come in at 115 proof or 57.5% ABV. It is gonna be non-chill filtered. Mash bill on this one's gonna come in at 75% corn, 21% rye, 4% malted barley. It is non-age stated, and the MSRP is gonna be right around that $80 price point. So color-wise, just to kind of give you guys an idea, beautiful copper color on that. Move the whiskey around in the glass a little bit. Really nice legs on it, showing that it's fairly oily on the glass. So hopefully that will translate over to the palate. All right, let's dive into the nose. So right away, that beautiful, like kind of s'mores, nice butterscotch notes. Really nice orange peel, like a burnt orange. It's kind of what you're getting is maybe that's the influence a little bit of the oak, but there's this beautiful like burnt orange, really fantastic baking spices, in addition to like a slight like chocolate or like a fudge brownie note. And again, that's probably in combination of the kind of like s'mores aspect to it. Really nice kind of brown sugar, molasses. It's a very rich, kind of decadent smelling bourbon. Medium oak that's there as well. But boy, that really kind of lingering burnt orange is fantastic in this. And that's probably a little bit of the influence of the MGP. The burnt aspect is probably some of that oak, just the toasted aspect kind of mingling with everything else that's kind of going on. So beautiful, beautiful nose. All right, more importantly, let's see how this one's going to taste. Cheers, guys. So let me say right off the bat, how this coats your palate is incredible. It's very viscous, very oily. So you already can kind of get a lot of what's going on really quickly, which is really nice. I mean, that's what you want in a really nice, well done whiskey, is that when it hits your palate, it explodes with those flavors. So right away, again, like I was getting that burnt orange kind of note to it, really nice, kind of mingles with that s'mores, chocolate, a little bit of like kind of a marshmallow. Again, great baking spices. I'll even say a little bit of like a hint of like a pastry kind of note, maybe more like the pie crust, something along those lines. There's a little bit of a richness, a buttery, thick kind of texture to it. Yeah, a little more of the baking spice as it kind of sits on the palate, a little more of the baking spice comes out, starts to get a little bit more on the oaky side as well. But all still while remaining kind of true to that burnt orange, kind of marshmallow, that toasted marshmallow aspect. Again, that beautiful burnt orange aspect still kind of lingers there. Very mouth coating, again, very viscous on the palate. For me, the oak is just the right amount. It's not overdone or a heavy char influence. The balance of it is really well. So I think you get kind of upfront a little bit more of the toasted aspect of it, where you got some of the marshmallow, s'mores, chocolate, burnt orange, and then it kind of starts to set into the darker notes of the bourbon, meaning more of the earthy tones. So you get some of like the leathers, tobaccos, black pepper starts to kind of come out a little bit, baking spice. It's a really well done or well blended bourbon that's then hit with that toasted barrel. But I think with it also being barrel proof, great proof at 115 proof, those flavors are kind of allowing to develop and lengthen on the palate with it being barrel proof, non-chill filtered. So all of those are playing a huge factor in how this toasted bourbon is kind of playing out. I just can't stress enough how mouth coating that oily texture that's there just allows all of those flavors that I've been kind of describing to just linger, which is translating into a really nice long finish. You know, so for me, that's a huge part of a great whiskey, is when you've got something that has a really nice well balance, where you get kind of some different influences along the way. So from the beginning, middle to the end, finish is great on this one. So for me, if this is something that you can find in your area, now I will say this, it's going to be very limited in terms of finding these on the shelves. But what Jared and Barrel King do is through a membership program, and I'll have everything linked in the description below. So if you're interested, there's like a gold and silver membership where on a monthly basis to their members, they send out all of these different types of bottles. Now this may or may not be in a monthly shipment, but they're always going to be doing something different and something unique that they want to make exclusive for the members. So again, I'll have a link in the description below if you're interested in kind of dealing with not only this potentially as the Old Road Craft Spirits barrel proof toasted bourbon, but a lot of what they also have doing with their Barrel King. Hopefully this will kind of help if you're able to find this or get this through the membership program. I think you'll really, really enjoy this toasted barrel proof bourbon. I mean, what it is that Jared and his team is doing there, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, they're getting great barrels, they're doing great finishes, a lot of really fun things that they've got going on. So if you do find this or you get it through the membership, come back, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear everyone's feedback. Thank you guys for tuning in today. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can through my Patreon page, which I'll have linked in the description below, which also will allow you to become part of the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. If you'd like to follow me, you can on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those places. So guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. And as always, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers.